Unistories Vintage Sports is here to provide another hot take top 5 filled with a different perspective. Today we're discussing forgotten NFL logos. What does it mean to be a forgotten logo? Well, let's find out. At number 5 we have the St. Louis Cardinals Arch logo. It's always cool to see the St. Louis Arch included in logos for St. Louis teams or events. But this one is unique because it also makes the Cardinals mascot look big and tough. How often do you see a Cardinal look tough? The fact that the Cardinals are now in Arizona means that this logo will never be revived. That is, unless they pull an Al Davis move and return to one of their former homes. When you think of the Green Bay Packers, you normally think of a very iconic logo, one that's been largely unchanged since the 1960s. But prior to this particular case of oval shaped for perfection, the Packers had some cool logos. The most interesting of which is the one depicting the quarterback wearing number 41. For some reason this just stands out and was a short-lived logo in Packers history. For number 3 we have one of the Houston Oilers' first logos. No, we're not talking about the famous oil derrick, which seems strange when worn by the Tennessee Titans. We're going back a little further. This caricature logo depicts what you would stereotypically think of a 1960s oil worker looking like. We say stereotypical because you would assume that there's no reason to wear cowboy boots and spurs on an oil rig. Coming in at number 2 is the New York Giants. For a while their current logo seemed lost to history, which is unfortunate as it was and is a great logo, but when it was brought back, it was no longer forgotten. However, the same cannot be said about the 1970s version of their logo. But then again, if you were a Giants fan in the 70s, you would want to forget everything about that era too. By today's standards, this logo screams 1970s and is completely outdated. At number 1, we have one of the strangest logos in NFL history. Much like other teams on this list, their current logo is rather iconic. But can you believe that the San Francisco 49ers once used this as a part of their brand identity? I really genuinely don't know what to say about this. It's obviously a creation from a bygone era and would never be acceptable today, but it is what it is. It's strange to think that a great logo was created by the same team that gave us this. Then again, the 49ers did also try to mess with perfection at one point in time as they nearly gave us this. Thankfully, good taste prevailed. This is the point in the video where we talk about www.uni-stories.com. You won't see too much of these logos that we featured in this video in our online store, but in some cases that's a good thing. But you can find jerseys for $50 or less, as well as some styles that you will not find anywhere else. Uni Stories. Every jersey tells a story.